The Vatican is the central point for the world's largest denomination of Christianity, Catholicism. With its nearly 2,000 years of existence and its secretive nature, it's no wonder that over the years that the Vatican, and the Catholic Church it represents, has been rumored to have in its possession many items of intrigue. There are many dubious claims about what might lie hidden in the Vatican's secret archives. From alien remains and time travel devices to prophecies of impending apocalypse. All of which position the Holy See as an implausibly powerful agent in the history and fate of mankind. And the supposed location of these things is the very real Vatican's secret archives. So today we will delve into the rumors and see just how many hold the secret to the Vatican's secret archives. So here are the top 10 things possibly hidden in the Vatican's secret archives. Number 10, religious artifacts. Unsurprisingly, the Vatican has been rumored to have all sorts of religious artifacts. After all, it is the biggest bastion of Christianity in the world. And, to top that, it is one of the oldest still existing institutions in the world. It should come as no surprise that the Vatican has been rumored to have all sorts of artifacts with religious value. From the cross that Jesus Christ died on, to the Holy Grail, to the Ark of the Covenant, and to Noah's Ark. Pretty much every single major Christian artifact has been rumored to be stored somewhere within the Vatican's secret archive. However, it has also been rumored for the less well-known and bizarre religious artifacts are hidden away there as well. Some are so bizarre that it is unlikely that the common layperson has even heard of them. Some of the less weird ones are Jesus's foreskin, the actual, non-degraded body of Christ, or even the crown of thorns Jesus wore during his crucifixion. Number 9. The bones of St. Peter. In 1939, 9 separate pieces of bone were found under St. Peter's Basilica, the largest church in the world, in the center of the Vatican city-state. Even more surprisingly, the bones have been said to have been found in an unassuming shoebox. In 2013, Pope Francis presented the bones to the public in a Sunday service before locking them away again. They have not been seen by the public since. No one knows if they are really the bones of St. Peter. Scholars and skeptics are, well, skeptical. However, instead of showing the bones publicly or allowing scholars to test their claims, the Vatican has locked them away from any further public viewings. The Vatican claims that this is because of a supposed 1,000-year-old curse for those who disturb the peace of St. Peter's tomb. But skeptics and scholars believe that this is an excuse. Number 8. The secular historical proof of Jesus's existence non-existence. Allegedly, somewhere deep within the Vatican's secret archive, there is evidence of either Jesus's existence or lack thereof. Supposedly, inside the Vatican's secret archive, there is a recorded conversation between Emperor Nero of Rome and St. Paul the disciple, transcribed in some form. If this is true, then, potentially, depending on the conversation's contents, it could theoretically either undeniably confirm the existence of Jesus as a historical person or disprove his entire existence and establish him as being entirely fictional. Either of which could rewrite history as we know it. If there is proof that Jesus didn't exist, it's no wonder the Vatican would keep it hidden. However, if they do have proof of Jesus's existence, then who knows why they would keep such information under wrap. Whatever the case may be, it is theorized that such history-altering proof is locked away within the Vatican's secret archive. And for as long as it remains this way, we won't know for sure. Number 7. The devil. Some people have speculated that the Catholic Church is a demonic institution. Still, some take it a step further and claim that Satan himself is being held within the Vatican's secret archive. The Vatican's most senior exorcist, Father Gabriele Amorth, had conducted thousands of exorcisms before his untimely death. He had supposedly spoken to the devil himself at one point within his career, although the circumstances of this encounter is unknown. Amorth claimed that Satan himself was hiding somewhere within the Vatican. The scandals and corruption within the church in recent times are all attributable to the devil himself, according to Father Gabriele Amorth. Why the devil is being kept in the Vatican and for what reason they choose to keep him a secret is unknown. Number 6. The Grand Grimoire. The Grand Grimoire is an alleged medieval book that is believed to possess immense powers. It was written in the 16th century by Honorius of Thebes, who claimed to be possessed by the devil himself. In the book, it has instructions on how to make magic talismans and amulets, how to make magic spells, and even how to summon demons. However, most alarmingly, it even offers instructions as to how to summon the devil himself and make a deal with him. There have been many copies made after the original was published. However, only the Vatican has the original, unaltered copy. Some claim that the others are fake or have been altered to make them worthless. Others claim that all copies have some power, but the original copy owned by the Vatican is the most powerful. Still, according to some, the only real functional copy is held by the Vatican as a way to protect humanity from unimaginable carnage if the book fell into the wrong hands. Number 5. Evidence of aliens. Aliens are almost always the go-to cover-up for many conspiracy theorists, and the Vatican is no exception. Some claim that in 1998, skulls with elongated heads and small faces, resembling the aliens from the Alien franchise, were found underneath the Vatican. Apparently, ever since the Vatican has kept all evidence of aliens secret as to not discredit Christianity. Some still believe that the Vatican has much more direct evidence of aliens, with a few even claiming that there are several live aliens tucked away inside of the Vatican's secret archive. Why they would keep aliens a secret, and why such aliens would be living in the Vatican's secret archive of all places, is unknown. Number 4. Transcripts from the trial of Galileo. Famously hauled before the Inquisition in 1633, Galileo was rebuked for the absurd, philosophically false proposition that the Earth orbits the Sun. But he wasn't the only one working on the theory. Despite appearing to contradict Bible passages in which the Sun stops moving in the sky, the old Copernican theory was gaining traction within the Church. Even Pope Urban VIII, who ordered Galileo's trial, had at one time praised him for his work. However, the Church was going through a turbulent time, and it was now in the Pope's interest to make an example out of Galileo. For one thing, it sent a message to the astronomers' patrons, the powerful Medicis, warning them not to take sides in the ongoing 30 Years' War. For many within the Church, though, a more fundamental concern was that Galileo was undermining Aristotelianism. They didn't really care whether the Earth orbited the Sun or the Sun orbited the Earth. What mattered to them was upholding the validity of classical Greek logic, since it was upon this framework that Christian theology was based. If Aristotelian philosophy came apart, they feared the whole Catholic system would go with it. In the end, no doubt that, thanks to friends in high places, the Vatican settled for burning Galileo's books in lieu of his body. He did, however, spend his final years under house arrest. Number 3. The doctrine of Immaculate Conception. The belief in the Immaculate Conception, that Mary gave birth to Jesus as a virgin, free of original sin, is fundamental to the Catholic faith. It underpins attitudes of purity, devotion, and grace, and exalts the Mother of Christ as the impossible ideal of Christian femininity. In many countries, reverence for the Blessed Virgin even borders on idolatry. So it's surprising to find that Christ's virgin birth wasn't official Catholic doctrine until well into the mid-19th century. Pope Pius IX only published the Apostolic Constitution of the Immaculate Conception in December 1854. Before this, the faithful weren't bound to accept the dogma as true. Only now was it said to have come directly from God. However, there's a slight problem with this: there's apparently no mention whatsoever of a virgin birth in the Bible. Number 2. Letter to Genghis Khan's grandson. For all its worldly influence and wealth, the papacy met its match in the Mongols. At least in pomposity and hubris. By the 13th century, having conquered China and overrun Persia, the Mongols were turning on Europe. Attacks launched against Christian countries by Ajday, Genghis Khan's son and successor, were on the rise and things were looking bleak. The Mongol horde appeared to be unstoppable. When Ajday died, however, the Mongols were brought to a halt. In accordance with tradition, they were all called back to the capital to decide on a suitable new leader. This unique window of opportunity gave Pope Innocent IV a chance to exercise his influence, or so he thought. While they were impressed enough by the friar's journey to grant him an audience with the Khan, he was forced to wait 4 months before an actual response was forthcoming. The letter he eventually returned to Rome with, after 2.5 years, was not at all what the Pope was expecting. Addressed directly to Innocent IV, it asserted the divine right of the Grand Khan Gayak, Genghis Khan's grandson, to rule the world. It also ordered the pontiff to come to Asia himself, with all of his kings, and pay homage and submission to the Mongols. Otherwise, the letter threatened, he would be considered an enemy. Number 1. Transcripts from the trials of the Knights Templar. For more than 700 years, the Knights Templar have been tarnished by accusations of heresy. Obscure rumors abound of devil worship, sodomy, usury, and the possession of magical artifacts, which includes the Holy Grail, parts of the Cross, and even the Ark of the Covenant. But for much of the Middle Ages, the Templars were highly respected, even revered, having been instrumental in conquering Jerusalem, for instance. They chaperoned pilgrims across it. They're also said to have destroyed an army of 26,000 with only 500 men of their own, amassed a fortune from noble families, and become a key financier behind European monarchs and their wars. But the transcripts also reveal a softer than previously thought verdict from the Pope, who declared the order not to be heretical but merely immoral. While this might seem a trivial difference at first glance in canon law, it meant the difference between excommunication and effectively a spiritual pardon. Of course, they were burned at the stake either way, but it's obvious why the Vatican has kept quiet. In the wake of the parchments exhibition, the Templars' self-styled heirs tried to sue the church for more than $150 billion. The estimated value of the assets wrongfully seized by Pope Clement V. These included crown jewels, thousands of estates, and several entire kingdoms. Of course, the claimants haven't been able to retrieve any of it. But only because they've been unable to prove any blood relation to the order for now at least. Thank you for watching. And that's all for today's video. Comment what you think of these top 10 below. So we really hope that you found this video interesting, and if you did, please hit that thumbs up button below, and if you like to see more, subscribe for more top 10 videos, and I will see you all next time.